Good afternoon. Time to wrap it up for October 1st, 2014. We came into today's market wanting to be a seller. We thought that the 56, 58 area would be taken out because it was the fourth time we were down. If it held, we could be buyers, and it was pretty simple. So the market sold. We did catch the ADP news. It was better than forecast. The initial reaction to that news was to sell. The market came up. We got a beautiful retest failure here. Depending on how you put that trade on, you were short in the 60 area, give or take. And the market eventually traded down to 46, just above 45. Big day. Just straight down right here. This is another trade right here. We had a shot at two trades right there. Right here we get a higher low. This is a legitimate long. You're long in the 50 area. We had identified this 57.50. If we stayed below 57.50, it was a sell. The market went straight up, stopped below that number. It was a sell in the 55 area to as low as 53. So this was your next sell. And the market just starts notching in lower highs until we get right down to here. Texas, there's apparently 10 children have been exposed to Ebola. The administration's television shows today have not been very comforting, to say the least. And so I don't know if Ebola came in and kicked in. We didn't really need Ebola to sell the market given what's gone on so far this week. So here we are making new moves late this afternoon down to 33. So pretty big sell day. When we look at the F1 screen, we see that the market is in a sell, and we'd identified these points all the way down. So we need to kind of move this up a little bit and take a look at what's below. Got this low volume area right here at 36.50. We're there. If we get through that, the next attractor, and this is on a 2-point handle index, is right down there at 22.5. So if we break the 36 area, 25 rings out. And if we break that, then this rally that started that led to new highs, 2011, 2012 started at 1900. So if we bust this 25 area, it's not going to be too difficult to get down to 1900. The financial news has been mixed. Headlines have been decent at times, but if you've read the underlying news articles, the underlying fundamentals have not been as strong as the headlines have suggest most of the time. So we've got war on the increase in the Middle East. We have demonstrations in Hong Kong that'll probably be resolved peacefully. I mean, I don't see China sending in the tanks, but I do see them taking the leadership out of circulation for a while. So based on this F1 screen, we're a seller. Looking at the F2 screen, it will confirm it. No doubt, but on the F2 screen, this is where you fine-tune your calls. And when we go up, here we had identified these 40,000 increments as potential support. These are the low volume numbers. And we're in that territory right now. So if the market were to close here at 38, tomorrow, normally after a trend day, we have a pause day. So the first trade tomorrow would be a sell. First trade in Globex will be a sell. And then you don't extend the range. You can come out and start thinking about trading a short covering rally. So where might resistance lie right now? Well, you've got the round number at 40. Last rotate up with an L period was 42. So this would be R1 or sell 1. Then we've got our 45, 47 areas, sell 2. Usually they will go get stops after a situation like this below the overnight below the day session low. So the first buy will be in the 30-32 area, and then the second buy will be 25-27. We're in new territory. The trade is to get short. We do have news tomorrow. We've got challenger job cuts, jobless claims at 297, factory orders at minus 9.3. So jobless claims and factory orders will be the market's focus. They don't pay a lot of attention to challenger. If the numbers are as forecast, it's split. Jobless claims would be supportive. Factory orders wouldn't. We do live in interesting times, don't we? I mean to tell you, it is. Every day you wake up and this can't be. I mean, the world is coming apart at the seams. And that's what happens when you don't provide effective leadership. You can't be friends with everybody. Even as a parent, you know that. In fact, I think the worst thing that the baby boomers have did collectively, and I don't have a lot of respect for baby boomers, is that they wanted to be friends with kids. I mean, how in the hell can you be friends with your kids? I mean, I love my kids and I like being around them, but I'm not their friend. I'm their father. And they look to me for certain needs to be fulfilled, and that's my job as a parent. I mean, I love going out. I love being with them, but I sure as hell wouldn't go out and party with them at night. Might go out and eat dinner and turn them loose, but nothing else. And there's so much. You can't be a friend. You have to be who you are. And if you're a leader, you can't be a friend to everybody. You have to be a leader. So it requires tough decisions. So here we have a strong up market. I would look for a pause day tomorrow unless the E-mini continues to sell. If the E-mini continues to sell, we're going to go higher. And this market is suggesting that we are going higher. So we're buyers off of screen number 1. Screen number 2 supports this. So where'd the market stop? Folks, if you don't believe in structure, low volume numbers are rule number 1 in the 3-2 methodology. Is low volume numbers are support and resistance and can be traded as such. So you could have had a limit sell at 17. If that number holds, you will get back down to the high volume number. And eventually, you don't know how long it's going to take, but right here's your attractor down at 25.04. So if the market were to close right here, our first buy is 13 to 9, and our second buy would be 1 to 5. And we're going to sell failure to take out 20. And then second sell will be 23 to 27. If the E-mini continues to sell, we just don't want to be short. It's pretty simple. You got to bite your bottom lip and become a go with trader and buy new highs. That's hard for a bond and note trader to do. So if you're a bond and note trader today and you couldn't buy new highs, don't chastise yourself. It's just the nature of the beast. You are a responsive trader, and you don't have any trouble selling into strength on proper setups, but the trade today was to find a place to get long. Okay, the knob spread, it's widened, it's back over 14. Seasonally, it's usually strong into October. Very, very strong market. Now, once again, low volume numbers right up here within a tick. 39.20 was a low volume number, and it stopped the market. Every time you took out one of these low volume numbers, it went to the high volume number. Every time you took out a low volume number, it goes to the next high volume number. See right here, this low volume number stopped it. So you do know where the market is going before the fact. And as you gain the skills to do this, you'll be able to see that. We're going to sell failure to take out 20, 24. the most typical occurrence, or the most common occurrence after a trend day, is a pause day. And if the E-mini continues to sell, we probably will not have a pause day. 9 to 13 will be the buy. May have to pay up more than that. Depends on what goes on with the E-mini, but we're going to try to buy on the cheap. And then 1 to 5 for buy 2. But, you know, we sit here and we look at all of this chaos going on around us, and while we don't like it, we can actually prosper under these conditions. We can play the short side of the market. We're not just stuck with playing the long side of the market. It does not. We do not require an expanding economy to do well. We can prosper in a contracting economy because of the short side of the market. And most people out there can't do it. It's not in their bag of tricks, so to speak. Okay, gold is a risk-off investment. You can see that we clearly rejected prices above 28. Then we got 23, and so we've got this high here at 20. So this is where resistance is. 19 to 21 is sell 1, and sell 2 is going to be 24, 27. Leaning against resistance. That's all we're doing. There's no magic there. Last rotate down stopped at 14, then 13, then 12. So this 15 might be it. So let's make 10 to 13, buy 1, may have to pay up on that. And then back to our old 5 to 7 for buy 2. And like I said, I don't like to be short on a close U.S. time, but I can certainly sell the London opening based on what I see. And the same as, I mean, crude just got absolutely slammed this morning, but my tendency would be to cover those shorts on the close in the U.S. and try to reestablish them in London time. Looking at crude, huge market again today. I mean, this, I mean, as a beginning trader, if you're time and capital challenged, and if you will use protective stops, then gold and crude are where you want to be. If you move your stops and do all sorts of undisciplined stuff, you can't afford to be in crude nor gold. You'll be wiped out. We recommend that you learn the methodology in the note and then take those skills to other markets, to the bond if you're a responsive trader, and then to gold, crude, the euro, or the E-mini. And the reason we put the E-mini last on the list, it absolutely is the toughest market to trade. I mean, any and every game that can be played, head fakes, screw the pooch, it's all done right there, and it's all done to separate you from your cash. So right here, this 91.25 area, last rotate up was 91.50. So we're at 90.82, so 91 and a quarter, sell 1. Then 50 to 75 is sell 2. On the buy side, let them go a little bit lower, 25 to 50, buy 1. And we've been saying forever that we're going to 90, so covering shorts against 90 is a trade that I like. And you can take a stab at the long side there with our setups. 91, 91 and a quarter is aggressive, but it is where resistance is. And last but not least, the euro. Okay, 125 even is our trading target, or at least that's Goldman's target. My feeling is it's probably going to be taken out. The long-time low is in the 118 area. I think Europe would be really pleased to see it there. Central bank would be anyway. For those that live on imports from other countries, they probably won't like it too much. So this 25, 75 area, a lot of them get stops below 26. We're 26.21, so our first buy is going to be in this 26 area, plus or minus 1. And we might as well go to the F2 screen. If I can see it. So right now it looks like we're rejecting prices below 125.95. Last rotate down was 13. We're at 21 right now, so 26, 26. At 26 even plus or minus 5 is buy 1. Second one's going to be 75 to 85. Really don't like the long side of this market. On the sell side, we'll leave it, maybe retest today's highs, 30 to 40, and 50 to 60 sell too. Do have some news that will impact the markets tomorrow, jobless claims and factory orders. My guess is we're probably looking at a pause day tomorrow in most markets, unless the E-mini continues to sell. And I mean, this stuff out of Dallas is it's not good news. We've been talking about it. And no need to panic. And it appears that if you isolate the people and treat them with, you really treat the symptoms, dehydration and the rest of it, with lots of fluid, that they stand a chance. But it's got a mortality rate of 70%. And you have to be cognizant of that.